Hello, I would like to explain to you Rapid Profit Machine. There is a new version since February which relies on Wire Plus affiliate platform in order to manage all our commissions. So, what has changed since the last time? Let's say that now all we need for RPM is one link. Before we had to install a funnel on our Builderall account. Now RPM is independent of Builderall. It still has Builderall inside the products in the funnel that people can buy, but it is not required. Of course, it's better if you have a Builderall account because you can then get the leads, the email address. You can have them in your email autoresponder in Builderall. You can also use Builderall to create a page such as this one that I created just to have the link to RPM. So on this image, on this button, when people click on it, they go to my affiliate link of RPM. And then on the affiliate link, they are asked for their email address. And if they put their email, then they enter into RPM system, but also I get their email address into my email list on Builderall. So you understand that now what has changed is that we don't need Builderall, we don't need the funnel in Builderall. We still need Builderall as a tool, but we don't need it. It's not mandatory. If we want, we cannot have Builderall and we not get the email address, not build a list, etc., etc. Of course, but this is stupid because building a list is the number one priority in affiliate marketing. So, of course, you will want to have Builderall to do affiliate marketing, not only for building a list, but also to create pages and websites and everything that Builderall offers, of course. But for the link, for this video, I want to show you what we get. Once you fill in your information in the RPM, you get a link by email, which looks like this. And what I will do, I will explain to you everything that it does. You don't need to know about that. If you are not interested, of course, this video, you don't need my video anyway. So, but for those interested, I can explain what that it does. So you see this URL, it can be separated into several things. For instance, the first part, this one, let's say I don't know how to do it, maybe like this and like that. I will separate each time there is something to show. So for the first things is Builderall redirect link. It's an affiliate link for Builderall and it redirects to somewhere else. You see that here they put this, which is your Builderall affiliate ID. So the cookie gets into the visitor browser with your ID, with your number. So if they buy Builderall, then you get the commissions of Builderall. Then the next part of this URL is just to say to Builderall that it is a redirect link. RD is redirect. And in the second URL argument, P2, they say where to redirect to. So this part, after this, it's the URL that they redirect to after setting the affiliate cookie of Builderall. And this URL has several parts also. First, it goes to the RPM of James Neville Taylor. So the URL is w.rapidprofitmachine.com. And then you have several arguments. The first one is link. Then you have redirect, and you have affiliate, and you have AID, and mailing boss. So you see the several arguments. Link and redirect are the same. They are your Wire Plus link, affiliate link to the RPM offer on Wire Plus. So link and redirect are the same. Why there are two is because they could be different under some circumstances, but not as a normal RPM user. If they should be different, you will know about it. I think it's if you use link tracking, which is called, I don't know the name, I don't remember, but it's a partner of James Neville Taylor, was made a link tracking software, and if you use it, then redirect will be different from link. But for all other people, including me, they are the same. Then you have affiliate. This is just your first name that will be used in the email that James sends. It will be used to say that you are this person who sent the visitor. So if you know the visitor, then they will know that they will know your name. That's it. Then you have AID, which is your Builderall affiliate ID. And so this is the value that is also used in the redirect here, but it will be used in the email to recreate an affiliate link to Builderall, so that all the emails that people receive, they will have your ID inside. And mailing boss is the ID of your mailing boss list, which is the email autoresponder of Builderall, the ID of your list, so that the leads will be added to this list. This is automatic and you don't have to do anything. So now I would like to say something to you, if you like, is that in Warrior Plus, if you want to add a tracking that you know what is a tracking? If you want to add it, all you have to do is to add a / and write, for instance, Facebook. And then you will have the tracking Facebook written in your stats on Warrior Plus. So you will know that if someone buys, it's because you add this tracking on the link that you sent. So if you put this and you put it back like this, you put it back in link and redirect, now you are sure that your link will show the tracking Facebook when you look at your stats in Warrior Plus. You understand? So this could be useful if you want to do some tracking without a link tracking software, just by modifying the link that you are given here, which is without any tracking. You can use it. So now I will talk about something else that I don't think it's useful, really, but I do it because I think that this URL could fail. And I'm pretty sure it will fail. But in the test I've done, it doesn't fail. But for me, I think if I do testing and it doesn't fail, it doesn't mean that it will not fail. Why? Because maybe it will fail with some conditions. Some browser or some devices will not be able to interpret this link correctly. Because if you look at the rules of URLs, this is not a correct URL. So when it works, and it works in most of the cases, it's because the browser are clever and they correct the mistakes. They can interpret the URL even if it's not correct. But so if we rely on this, that the browser will correct it, maybe not all browsers will correct it the same way, and some maybe will fail to correct it correctly. So I prefer to have a correct URL, and in this case, it's not given. I can explain why. Because when you have a URL, all the argument should be URL encoded, which means that some characters are not allowed to be as a value of an argument. For instance, the character A, and I don't know why I say A, it's ampersand, and this character cannot be a value of an argument because it is used to separate arguments. So if you put A inside a value of an argument, the browser should think that it is another argument starting, So for instance, here we have A, but they don't apply to this URL. They apply to this one, which is an argument, which is the value of the argument P2. So in everything here should be URL encoded, which will transform A ampersand into another character. In fact, in 3 other characters. And this is the correct way to do it. And even if you look closer, you will see that P2, the value of P2, is an URL which has other arguments, and inside the value of the other arguments are also URLs. This, I said, everything I said about ampersand also applies to the forward slash. Forward slash should not be part of the value of an argument. It should be URL encoded. But here you have the forward slash, which is the value of an argument in the URL, which is the value of an argument. So it's 2 times. If the browser can correct it for one time, for instance, for this, it can know that this forward slash, okay, it's part of this argument, it's okay. And even if you put an ampersand, they can work out that it's not another argument for this URL, but it's part of this one. I don't know how they do it, but the browser can do it. I have tested. Okay, they can do it, but can they do it 2 times? Because this now, here, you know, you have the value of link is a URL, and then the next character is a. But should it be part of this URL, the value of link, or should it be part of the link redirect, so the value of P2, or should it be part of the URL, the first one, so P1, P2, and then redirect? It's very, very problematic, I think. So personally, what I would do, what I am doing already, is just URL encode everything. So, and starting by here. So here I take, so to URL encode is very easy. Just use a site URL encode. Okay. And you put the value here and you get the result. So what I will do is take this and URL encode it. So I get this as a result. So you see it's quite different. So here I put it here. So it's quite different from the other one. And I also do it for this. And then, because those are the value of each argument inside rapid profit machine, so I just do it for them, not for the others, because the others, the value are simple, just letters and numbers. So it's fine. Then I will remove all the spaces, I mean the line returns. And then I will show you that all this is part, everything here is part of P2. So everything here, P2 also should be URL encoded after. So I take this and I put it here, encode. And then I get a big, it's even bigger than before. And I replace it. So now everything is URL encoded, and inside the others URLs are also double encoded. And then I remove like this. And then I have my correct URL, which is the browser cannot make a mistake. Because here, from this A, you don't have another A, ampersand. I don't know why I say A. It's an and. You don't have another and here. And you don't have another forward slash. Everything is just %sign and numbers. That's it. You don't have such characters, or you don't even have a sign equals here in the value. So this is correct URL, because this is a URL of Builderall, which will direct, which has 2 arguments, P1 and P2. And P2, the value is everything here. There is no possibility of mistake. So this is the correct URL that should have been given, I think. But for the moment, they don't give it, and it works most of the time. How do I know that it doesn't work all the time? Because I saw in Warrior Plus that sometimes there was a tracking. And as I showed you, the tracking in Warrior Plus, it just means adding a forward slash and a text. So if I see a tracking in Warrior Plus, it means that some browser have made a mistake, because there is no tracking anywhere in my Warrior Plus link that I put inside this. And the tracking was exactly what follows in the link. So it was affiliate, gems, AAD, things like this. So of course it was because it had a problem to interpret the link, and so the link has been put as a not only wire plus ending by 0, but with more characters, and wire plus interpreted it as a tracking. So really there was a problem, but it was maybe I would say between 10 and 20% of the traffic I've sent. Only 10 to 20% showed a tracking. All the others no. So it means most had browsers which have successfully interpreted this link that I sent before, because I didn't URL encode anything, of course. So I tried, and I can see that it's not working like I suspected, but my test showed that it was working, but it's not working for everybody all the time. So it's better to URL encode it, like I showed you here. And so that's it for this explanation. Now, if you want to get this page, if you are interested, because it has some nice effect, like for instance, when it appears, it goes down, the button goes down, and there is a video behind and some waves, so it looks nice. If you want it, I can give you the share link. You can get it in maybe in the video description, or ask me, and you will get this funnel. You know what I did is 2 pages. This one is the page you saw, and another one is called Go, and it's just a redirect. So when I send people to my site /go, it redirects to this link. So it's better, because this link is so big that in some places you cannot put it, because they ask for a maximum of 255 characters, and this link is more than this, especially even more if it's URL encoded. So if you do a redirect on your site, you just have to put your URL /go, and it works the same, and it will be accepted everywhere. And also I did the same redirect for share to have the public link. So if you want to go, you go to rpm.best-reviewer.com/share, and you will get the share link to import this page. You know, the redirect in Cheetah, in Builderall, you go to the 3 dots here, you go to settings, and down you see here redirect to, and you put your own affiliate URL to RPM. Of course, you will have to do it here, and also you have to do it inside the page, because I put a button, but most people will not see it, but it's here, and you should do it here on the image and on the button, and that's it. After you publish, and you have your short URL to send people to your long affiliate URL to RPM. That's it for this video. Bye bye.